You see, with awakening, when you wake up, if your awakening happened, it's already irreversible. In reality, from the point of view that reality always exists, it's always open to you in your consciousness. That's always accessible to you right now, always. Because before awakening, you're inside a mental space, completely in the mental. You know nothing except descriptions, except words. After awakening, the now reveals itself to you. That always exists, and you are present in this now. But since there are habits, all your recordings, in one way or another, it still pulls you out of the now into some memory, into some experiences, into the past. So subtle patterns remain and they still pull you out, but already within that clarity that is open to you, all of that goes away very quickly, and over some period of time it all lives, loses its powers, lives, you stay more and more inside reality. That's it. After reality open up, there still throws you out of it, still as a background reside in some personality, one way or another. But every time you are more and more purer and purer. Means when you stay in reality, not for a minute, not for an hour, but for how a day, 2 days, 3 days, week, a month, and the more and more in reality, and the more you are inside reality, the more everything that exists, it fades away. And here's exactly where attention is needed. There is awakening and there's enlightenment. It's different. Awakening is when reality reveals itself to you. So this is very now. What is reality, what is duality, what is illusion, and of that is real to you in direct experience. What is illusion? This is in awakening. Enlightenment, that's when you have completely forgotten what is the world is. You literally know nothing about it. You know nothing about your family. You reside always without living inside this place. You never leave for even a second. In reality, there are very few such people on earth, because when a person reaches the point of fully resetting everything, fully nullifying everything, usually they leave their body already. There's a few who stays in the body, and they still, so to speak, completely some remaining moments. But they're already completely free from all of this. They no longer fall out of even a second. In awakening, effort still remains. There is still some returning, some duality. There is still understanding of reality, but also the presence of the world of illusion. And it's like you kind of dive there, and at the same time stay here. And your devotion must be very high. If you are devoted to reality and you observe it, and the more you stay inside, the more all this memory resets. And in awakening you are free. The body acts, everything happens, but you stay in a certain state of non-state. You have freedom. You're not inside the mental space, you live in reality, but emphasis in awakening, the mental space can still be present in the background. And if you are very attentive, when the mental starts to rise, you direct attention to reality. You direct your attention to reality and everything dissolves. No mental, no attention.
And where are you right now?
Right now there is absolutely nothing. But there are intervals where something arises, but that arises already as a background, like, clouds that drift far away and somewhere unnoticed. This seems empty, and thought seems empty, because reality has so fully enveloped you during this entire period of time. That is exactly what you asked me about. When it's completely threw me out, there was absolutely nothing. So yeah, of course, there were still thoughts, but some might arise, but they were empty. Then it threw me to the state where thoughts had some power again. And through all this time, it's like, let's say, before thoughts had powers, let's say 100%, some intense power. Then they became more hollow. Power decreased to 70, 50, 30%, 20, 10, and everything fades to the point where everything simply exists. But there's no power to it, because reality for you is everywhere. It's like, if I describe it, it has enveloped you from all sides, everywhere. You literally can't even turn anywhere, it's everywhere. Your entire attention has dissolved behind you, inside you, everywhere in general. And this is impossible to describe. This is precisely what is inexpressible, because it's not a state, just an absence. And here I seem to be saying something, explaining something, but I'm not even engaged in memory for this. It all happens in seconds, in moment, without any time, without any speed. Absolutely nothing is being engaged. And that is also the answer to your question. You continue to function, everything's okay, but you kind of know nothing about it. Yes, there's no separate door, nor a hidden inner door who does something. And here's everything always fine with you.